stock market has played a crucial role in global economic growth and development. While the concept of stock markets has ancient roots, the Indian stock market has a more modern history, influenced by the country's economic transformation. Let's explore the history of the global stock market and the evolution of the stock market in India. Global stock market history 1. The origins of stock market, 1600s. The concept of stock trading began in the early 1600s in Amsterdam. With the establishment of the Amsterdam Stock Exchange in 1602 by the Dutch East India Company. This exchange allowed the company to raise capital by issuing shares of stock to the public. This is considered the world's first official stock exchange. The success of this exchange laid the groundwork for future stock markets, allowing the idea of buying and selling shares of companies to become a global phenomenon. 2. The birth of the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, 1792. The New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, was officially founded in 1792. When 24 stockbrokers signed the Buttonwood Agreement under a tree on Wall Street in New York City. The NYSE quickly grew in importance as the Industrial Revolution took off, allowing companies to raise capital for major projects like railways, factories, and more. The stock exchange became a crucial part of America's financial infrastructure. 3. The Industrial Revolution, 1800s. The Industrial Revolution saw rapid advancements in technology, transportation, and manufacturing. The rise of factories and large corporations in countries like the US and Britain led to the expansion of stock exchanges. This era also saw the growth of London Stock Exchange, LSE, and other major exchanges globally. With more companies going public, the stock market became a hub for raising funds, trading, and investing. 4. The Great Depression and the 1929 stock market crash. The 1929 stock market crash in the US was one of the most significant events in global financial history. The event marked the beginning of the Great Depression, leading to massive unemployment, poverty, and economic downfall. In response to this, reforms like the Securities Exchange Act and the creation of the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, were introduced in the US to regulate stock markets and prevent another crash. 5. Technological advancements and globalization, late 20th century. Technological advancements in the late 20th century, such as computers and the Internet, revolutionized the stock market. Electronic trading and the creation of online brokerage platforms allowed more people to participate in stock trading. The dot-com bubble of the late 1990s and the 2008 financial crisis were key events in modern stock market history. These events demonstrated the risks associated with speculative trading and financial instability, but they also led to further regulatory changes and innovations. History of the Indian stock market. The Indian stock market has a more recent history compared to global exchanges, with its origins tracing back to the 19th century. 1. Early days of stock market in India, 19th century. The roots of the Indian stock market can be traced back to 1850. When stockbrokers in Bombay, now Mumbai, began trading in stocks of companies like East India Company. The Bombay Stock Exchange, BSE, one of the oldest stock exchanges in Asia, was established in 1875. It was initially a small gathering of stockbrokers in a Pakka Sahib building, a bungalow, in Mumbai, and by 1887, it became a fully functional stock exchange with a proper listing of securities. 2. Bombay Stock Exchange, BSE, and growth, late 19th century to early 20th century, the BSE continued to grow in importance, especially as India's economy expanded during the early 20th century. It became a place where investors could trade stocks of Indian companies and foreign firms operating in India. In 1913, the first stock market index in India was introduced by the BSE. Known as the Sensitive Index, Sensex, which tracked the performance of a group of important stocks. 3. The role of stock markets during independence, 1947. After India's independence in 1947, the Indian stock market continued to grow, but faced challenges due to economic instability, political changes, and limited financial regulations. During the 1950s and 1960s, the Indian government implemented measures to regulate the market, including the Securities Contracts Regulation Act of 1956. Which laid the foundation for the legal framework governing stock exchanges in India. 4. The rise of National Stock Exchange, NSE, 1992. The National Stock Exchange, NSE, was established in 1992 to bring more transparency and modernize the Indian stock market. The NSE offered electronic trading, making stock trading easier and more accessible. The NSE introduced the Nifty 50 index, which tracks the performance of 50 of the largest companies on the exchange. 5. Liberalization and globalization of the Indian stock market, 1991 to 2000s. In 1991, India underwent economic liberalization, leading to significant changes in its stock market. The government began privatizing public sector enterprises, encouraging foreign investments, and integrating India's stock markets with global markets. Foreign institutional investors, FIIs, became increasingly active in the Indian market, and India's stock exchanges grew rapidly. The BSE and NSE became major players in the Asian stock market, with increasing foreign interest and investments. 6. The 2008 financial crisis and recovery, like global markets. The Indian stock market was also affected by the 2008 global financial crisis, which led to sharp declines in stock prices. However, India's economy bounced back quickly due to strong economic fundamentals and reforms. The stock market recovered, and in the following years, both BSE and NSE witnessed record growth. 7. Recent developments and digital revolution. In recent years, the Indian stock market has seen an increase in retail investor participation, primarily driven by mobile trading apps and online platforms. The rise of financial literacy and government initiatives to encourage investments has led to a new generation of investors in India. The BSE Sensex and NSE Nifty 50 remain the key indices that reflect the overall health of the Indian stock market. Both exchanges now offer a wide variety of investment products, including equities, derivatives, and commodities. Conclusion: the global stock market has a rich history dating back to the 1600s. Starting with the Amsterdam Stock Exchange and gradually evolving into the complex financial system that we see today. The Indian stock market, while younger, has also evolved significantly over the last century, from its humble beginnings in Bombay to becoming one of the most active markets in Asia. The BSE and NSE continue to play pivotal roles in India's financial landscape, supporting the country's growing economy and providing opportunities for millions of investors. As the world becomes more interconnected, the Indian stock market is poised to continue playing a major role in the global financial markets.